Hey guys, Eurozia here, and I'm back for a brand new show reaction. This time it's for a show called Fleabag. Now, if you'd like to see the reaction, the link is right down below, and I'll be doing the discussion and my thoughts on the show starting now. Okay, so I heard about this show recently from a friend of mine, and we share similar tastes in uh, TV shows, so I figured I'd enjoy this show as well. And I really, really did. This was a great episode, introductory episode to the show. So let's start with what we know. I actually had to look up the main character's name because I know this, I know most of the characters' names that we met, but not the, but I don't remember them saying her name, so her name is Fleabag. Obviously, like that was a given, but I did have to check up on that. So we start with Fleabag, and she has a sex date with this guy. It just it's pretty much just your standard like hookup past midnight. It's meaningless, pointless. Um, but they showed that really well. They showed the dynamic of it really well, and right off the bat, I think it just shows that she's a person who just enjoys random sex or doesn't really think about sex as an emotional thing or an emotional bond. She just enjoys it, which is a completely normal thing to do. Uh, and then we meet up with her sister Claire. Uh, before that happens, we actually see her on the bus being flirted by with this guy who unfortunately has buck teeth, but seems super nice and super sweet. Like he was genuinely interested in her, and he was very awkward and obviously like not her type. And it looks like she's now very capable of saying no to people or turning people down easily because she gave him her number, and she did not want to. Either way, she's late for her appointment at the bank. She's looking for a loan. She messes up the interview really badly, and I don't know whether she didn't realize that she had a top on when she tried to remove her sweater, because from what they've given us so far, it genuinely felt like it might have, like, to me it felt like she was actually trying to seduce the guy for the loan, considering what we've seen now. I think it even more now, considering what we've seen for the rest of the episode. So it's not like it's within possibility for her. Uh, but after that, it goes horribly wrong. She meets up with her sister. The relationship with her sister Claire is it's really dynamic. It's really fun. They have a love-hate relationship. It feels like more love than hate, but obviously from what Fleabag told us about Claire, she's very successful. She's very uptight. So Fleabag's attitude obviously bothers her because Fleabag seems very go with the flow, happy-go-lucky kind of thing, but not very happy currently. And they they kept talking about how are you doing, Fleabag? Are you doing all right? And it kept like every time there's a flashback with Fleabag's friend, like what looks like her best friend and business partner, as we later know, Boo. Her name's Boo. And they kept bringing flashbacks of them together, and as soon as Claire tells Fleabag like, why do you keep those jeans? They're terrible. And um, we see it was Boo who gave them to Fleabag, and then she has a serious look on her face, like a sad look. It felt like something bad happened, considering we only saw Boo in flashbacks from the anyway. Uh, Later on, uh, she goes on a date with the bucktooth guy. He's super sweet. She basically steals money from him, which is such an awful, horrible thing to do. And then tries to hook up with him. He obviously feels uncomfortable, doesn't want to just end it with sex. He really likes her. She treats him like absolute garbage. Um, and as she leaves, she drops the money she stole from him, and he calls after her to tell her, "Hey, you dropped your money." So I'm sure, she felt like she felt even worse after that. But then she tries to help a girl who's just out of it, completely drunk on the sidewalk. She helps her out. She gets called a man by the girl because apparently she looks mannish, and she she goes to her father's house. After she helps the girl, she goes to her father's house, and her father seems like the worst human being. Oh, well, not the worst human being, but certainly a terrible dad. Because she came to him and she's like, she feels like she's this apathetic, sex crazed monster with no remorse or compassion. And all he could say was, "Oh, that's just what you're just like your mother," which is, I don't know if he was trying to lighten the situation or he just, I don't know what he was trying to do, but it was terrible. It was awful. And he's like, "I'm just gonna call you a cab and you can go." And then she goes upstairs while he calls a cab, and we see the stepmother who has the creepiest, most evil looking smile I've ever seen. Holy crap, she was amazing. And I have a feeling she's the character who, like, she looks like her words can cut you in many different ways. Because I just know people like that, and she reminds me of so many people. um, but either way, you can from the scene with stepmother, you can tell what their relationship is like. The stepmother just treats her like shit, treats Fleabag like crap, and which drives Fleabag to steal one of her antiques or one of her statues. Which I'm okay with actually, because the stepmother was being a cunt, so that was true. But anyway, later down in the cab drive with Fleabag, we learn exactly what happened, which is just such a terrible, terrible accident with her best friend Boo, where her boyfriend cheated on her, so she tried to take revenge by pretending to kill herself, or like she didn't actually want to die, but she ended up dying anyway, and she took down two more people with her. And I'm like, okay, no wonder Boo's like super fucked up, because that's a terrible thing to happen to you, and she has no support system whatsoever. I don't think her sister is doing a good job at being there for her. I think her sister is is there but not really there. She's there more for herself to feel like she's telling herself that she's there, but she's not. But anyway, I am excited to see more of this show. Yeah, I can't wait. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you saw, and comment. Let me know what you think about the show. and thank you for watching.